In 1 Peter 3:15 it says this: "Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give you the reason for the hope that you have, but do this with gentleness and respect." Guys, as Christians and those who have a relationship with the Lord, we should be prepared all the time to have answers. And although it doesn't mean that we have the answer to every question, but there's a few things that we need to be prepared with. And I believe that there's two things that is important. Be prepared, one, with always being ready to give the testimony of your story. How did you begin a relationship with the Lord? The other thing is the explanation of the gospel. How can they have a relationship with the Lord? What is it? What do you need to do? What do you need to believe? So in some of these, I gave my personal testimony so that you guys could see an example of it. But also I explained how to explain the gospel. I gave one that just kind of, I did it as if I'm talking with the person. So I'm going to encourage you guys to know that stuff. But also to be prepared to give your story. Now, how do you do that? One thing that I want to point it out is this. You know, you could enter a conversation, and a lot of times once it comes to Christianity and faith issues, people will try to pull you into various scenarios. Well, in Job 16:5 it says this particular thing, and basically that's their way of trying to sidetrack you onto something to distract you and be like, haha, you don't have an answer for that. So because you don't have that answer, I don't want to talk with you anymore. Boop. You know, I just closed the case, I won the debate. Now, what I want to encourage you guys to do is to learn from Jesus. How did Jesus do this? And if you look in John 4, there's a conversation that Jesus had with the woman at the well. And so he would say something, she would say something and totally off track him. Just follow that. Read that in John 4, the woman at the well. Well, what about this? Blah, 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 blah. Jesus would respond and he would bring it right back. Well, what about this? And Jesus would respond and bring it right back to the heart of the issue. And one thing that I just want to encourage you guys with is the wisdom of knowing how to give, again, how to give a testimony, how to explain the gospel. So you're talking about Christianity, someone's going to say, what about Job 16:8? I don't even know what it says. But sometimes some people are ready to try to shoot you down. But one thing that they can't shoot down is an experience that you've had. And so what I would encourage you guys to do is to be ready to give your story. This is what the people back in the day of Jesus and Paul, who brought the gospel to the nations, to the Gentiles, the power that he had was in his testimony. And so I have this sheet here, which will make sure that is here for you guys, that you can follow along with it. But I want to encourage you guys to fill this out and to read this. So the first part is writing your personal testimony, the example from the Apostle Paul. And it goes on and it breaks up how to give a testimony. So in Acts 26, 1 through 23, Paul gives his testimony. And he says, guys, before I began a relationship with Christ, I was actually the guy that was persecuting. I was actually looked for permission, and I got permission and authority to go to certain people's houses, hunt them down, and to actually kill them. Okay? This is what I did. I killed Christians. I believed so adamantly that Christianity was not true. Jesus Christ did not. He was not the Christ. He did not resurrect. And so, in my zeal, I went to hunt them down, because I believe that, I believe that the true God did not send Jesus. But on my way there, I had an experience. And then he explains, he goes into the details of, here it is, it looked like this, it sounded like this. Again, this sheet goes through it and encourages you guys to read through some of the verses as Paul kind of breaks this stuff up and says, and then I had the experience, this is what it looked like. And then afterwards, this is what happened. This is what changed in my life. And now I was this, and now I'm this. So how to give a testimony. What a testimony always starts off with was, okay, I used to be like this. Okay, this was my life before. Now, there was a certain experience that I had. With some people, it's a boom, boom. One time, I had someone talk to me, we prayed, yada, yada. Who did you talk with? What did that look like? Did you, try to just flesh this out so that they could get a picture. You know, if you just kind of go through like bullet point things, sometimes people get lost in it. But really explain it, like, you know, just like if you're explaining, oh man, we were at the mall the other day and this situation happened. Explain it just like that. Give them some of the details so that they can really see, okay, this is a real situation that happened. If you're talking to so and so, this happened. You're emotional. This, you know, God spoke to you with this way, or whatever. Or you're afraid of this, and you know, you were thinking about this. You know, whatever it was, they could see like really what was going on in your mind at the time that you decided to actually make this decision. What did that look like? Were you afraid? You know, what was it? Because then it helps them to be like, yeah, okay, this. They see it. They see. You know, it's not just this once upon a time thing, so they could actually start relating to the humanity of it, because, you know, there's all sorts of different experiences, but they just need to know that this is like a for real thing. So explain it. This is what my life was like. Then this happened. And again, some people, it's quick, it happens here. Some people, there's this longer process, and you're not quite really sure when you made the decision or not, but you know there was different steps along the way. Explain that so that they could see that this is what it was like. And then what happened afterwards, when you really got it and you said, you know, I know I have a relationship with God. How did that change things? You know, what kind of songs did you listen to that you don't listen to anymore? What kind of company have you decided, I'm not hanging out with these people? What was that like? And some people, I know, sometimes people have a question with, well, what if I was, you know, I began a relationship when I was young? That's okay. Talk about that. Talk about, hey, you know, when I was young, and you know, even from a young age, I remember having a relationship with God. I prayed, and I was always sorry about my sins. But then also focus on a point where, you know, as you become your own individual, you need to make sure that this is your decision, not your parents or anything like that. It's not just something that you did during a VBS program. There has to be some time, some period in your life where you really took ownership of it and said, yes, this is truth, and I'm going to act out upon it. So talk a little bit about that process of, you know, I realized that there are some times when maybe I was doing some things that I shouldn't, and I started realizing, you know, if I believe myself to be a Christian, this is something that I shouldn't be doing. And then what did you do? How did you get over that? Some of the things that maybe you struggled with or whatever, so they could see that part of the process as well. But I want to encourage you guys to read how Paul gave his testimony, and then for you guys to do it as well. Always be prepared. I really encourage you guys at any second to be like, hey, so-and-so, up here, give your testimony in front of everyone. Or, hey, so-and-so, can you give your testimony, you know, with this one person? Or, hey, so-and-so, someone's asking questions. Would you like to talk with this person? And maybe even lead them in a relationship with the Lord. So we should always be prepared for that. So be prepared to say, hey, this is what my life was like. This is what happened. This was part of the process, either short or long. And this is what it's like now. And this is how God has changed things in my life. But we always need to be prepared with the gospel message and with our own personal testimony. So I want to encourage you guys with that. And the end.